guys, I'm Madison Mary and welcome back to my channel. Today I have my June TBR for you guys. So the month of June is going to be interesting, to say the least. When this video goes out, it is the day before I am moving. I move on June 3rd. I have been living in Indiana for the last 4 years while I completed undergrad, and now that I've finished, I'll be moving back home with my parents. So it's going to take me a 12-hour drive. So part of my TBR this month is going to be 2 audiobooks for sure while I do my drive. Those are going to be The Lost and You Will Be Mine by Natasha Preston. I really enjoy her audiobooks. They're so easy for me to listen to and I adore the British accents that are in them. I go into them blind ever since the first 2 that I listened to from her. These will be my 4th and 5th Natasha Preston books and I'm really excited. I do still have 3 arcs that I need to read this month that I was sent. I do have another secret TBR coming in June. There are 3 books as a part of that and I'm very excited for them. Because June is Pride Month, I'm going to be reading a queer book and that is Date Me, Bryson Keller by Kevin Van Wy. So there is a school and Bryson Keller is like the king of it. And there's a dare where every week the first person who asks him on a date, he has to date for that entire week. Everything changes when a guy asks Bryson Keller out on a date on Monday. And so we follow Kai, who asks Bryson but didn't expect him to say yes, and their week of dating. And I'm very excited to see how this goes. It sounds really cute, but I have no idea. I'm really hoping I enjoy it, but yes, and the back says, can you fall in love with someone in 5 days? Maybe. Maybe. Then on to my 3 arcs that I need to read. I was sent Kissing Lessons by Sophie Jordan. So it's about this girl who was kind of judged by the entire town as being like very promiscuous and all that other kind of stuff. And then this really quiet, nerdy girl ends up asking her for kissing lessons. And when she says yes, that girl's older brother starts being all like judgy and starts trying to like intervene and get in between this girl's lessons, and it's about the 2 of them falling in love. Then we have Harrow the Ninth by Tamsin Muir. This is the sequel to Gideon the Ninth. I'm actually really excited to see where this series keeps on going. I struggled a lot with the first book. I think I gave it an average of 3 stars just because it was very confusing at times and nothing was very well explained to you, but I really hope to see that Tamsin Muir has improved in this sequel, and I really do want to know where this keeps on going. Plus the cover's really pretty, so don't judge me. And then we have one of my most highly anticipated releases of 2020, and that is Sisters of Sword and Song by Rebecca Ross. I love Rebecca Ross. She wrote the Queen's Rising duology and this is her newest duology. This is gonna be a duology, right? No, it's a standalone. It's a standalone. Even more exciting. So it's about these 2 sisters, and when one of them confesses to a murder, the other one tries to discover why and the actual truth behind the murder, and I'm really excited for it. Then I plan on continuing on with the Raven cycle by reading The Dream Thieves by Maggie Stiefvater. I actually ended up really enjoying the Raven Boys that I read back in May. Yes, that's the month before June. And I can't wait to see how the sequel goes. I heard that this one, actually, this is also good for Pride Month because apparently this is the one where Adam and Ronan get together. Because I already knew that going into this series because this series is so well known. So I'm really excited. I actually bought the entire series in hardback, so I'm going to be reading them at least once a month until I finish them, so very pumped. Then I realized that I really haven't been reading a lot of my 5-star predictions for 2020, so I'm going to be reading 3 of them in the month of June. The first of which is going to be Fix Her Up by Tessa Bailey. So this follows Georgie and Travis. Travis is Georgie's brother's best friend. And what happens is Georgie is never taken seriously. She works as a party clown, I'm pretty sure. And then we have Travis, who used to be a Major League Baseball superstar until he got an injury, and so Georgie proposes a plan that the 2 of them pretend to date so that Georgie can be taken seriously by her family, and so Travis can fix up his reputation from his baseball days in order to land a new job. So I'm excited for this. I hope it's like steamy enough. I think it should be. We then have The ᴑᴏᴅ by Helen Huang. I'm going to read this ever since I saw Chandler raving about it a couple months ago. So we have Stella and she's on the spectrum. She has Asperger's, and she ends up hiring a male escort in order to teach her the ways of love. And the male escort's name is Michael, and I'm really excited because I hear a lot of great things about this series, but it's nothing that I've ever wanted to pick up before, but now I finally have like the push and it's one of my 5-star predictions. And then my last 5-star prediction is I'll Never Tell by Katharine McGee. So I Never Tell follows a group of children whose parents just recently died and left in their will that they all have to head back to their summer camp in order to find out how someone died. And if they do this, then they will be able to get the profits from the will, but if they don't solve the murder, then, or mystery, or disappearance, or whichever one it is, I'm really excited. I just love thrillers or like psychological suspense that takes place at like summer camps and like on lakes. Something about them is just like, it gets me. It's just so perfect. And I'm gonna be at a lake, so that makes it even better. I didn't even think about that. I'm gonna be on a lake. This takes place in a lake. Do you have any other lake-based thrillers? If you have other lake-based thrillers, comment them down below and I'll try and find them and read them in July, because this is like a great idea I just had. You guys just saw the birth of an idea. Anyway, and then if I have time, I do have 3 other arcs, but this is already a large TBR. Ghosting a Love Story by Tash Skilton. So we have Miles, whose fiance just dumped him and now he's couch surfing in New York. Zoe, who has been living in LA until her boss sends her to New York City to grow. And the two of them are making money by ghostwriting dating app profiles. And I don't know how they end up falling in love, but it's exciting. We have If We Were Us, which is one of my highly anticipated releases of 2020. So we have Sage and Charlie, and they've been best friends forever. Everyone thinks that they're gonna end up eventually together and like married with kids, etc, etc. However, a new guy comes to school and Charlie ends up falling in love with him, and now that Charlie is spending his time with this new guy and they're falling in love, Sage has the chance to finally kind of hit on Charlie's older brother, and they start a romance, and it's about all of them having their romances, and it sounds fantastic. And then lastly we have The Kind of Poison by Natalie May. This is about a world where the royals have to compete in a competition, and whoever wins at the end and kills the human sacrifice gets the throne. However, everything goes wrong when commoner Zaru ends up sneaking into the palace, gets caught, and then forced to be the human sacrifice for the royal trials. Now she has to find a way to convince the royals not to kill her, or else she will be the human sacrifice. So it sounds dope. And there you have it. There is my June TBR. This is the last video I am filming in front of these shelves. I've already pre-filmed a bunch of videos, but this is the last video that I'm pre-filming in front of these shelves before I completely decimate them on Tuesday and pack them in boxes. Tears. It's gonna be so sad. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button down below. If you want to see more of me, please subscribe to my channel. And until next time, thanks a bunch guys. Bye!